I'm not sure how to start this episode. Welcome back everyone, this is Game Dev 2. Hopefully, I might just cancel this whole video and delete it because to be honest, I've been staring at the screen for like 15 minutes, not sure how to start this damn thing. After I made my first game dev, unfortunately I overworked myself again, worked around 17 hours. Wait. Are you saying this is not the whining log? This is the devlog? So, this is the first problem we have that when we are playing as a guest, sometimes just crash. So, let's try to crash the game. So, one of the ways to save the player profile is just by entering the option and click OK. Actually, it should save the profile. So, actually, this should generate the error log, I guess. So, today is November 4. Yeah, fail. But the funny part is it didn't crash the game. So actually, maybe my friend got crashed with unrelated problem. Darn it. Because this did not crash the game after all. So we will try to solve this. So we add a condition to check if the profile name is guest, which is kind of a weird way to do it, but I could replace it with the flag, but I'm too lazy for now. I mean, if you make an account and you name it guest, then he will consider it as a guest in this case, so I don't care. If you want to play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, I guess. So let's try it out, and it should save in the guest profile without causing error. So, oh, look at that. Now we won the stupid prizes, I guess. So let's remove the error page. Login as a guest. Option. Okay. Exit the game. Enter the game. Why does the guest show now? Give me a second. So if I change it, okay. Alright. It shouldn't be able to change the guest avatar, maybe? Oh wait, this doesn't matter because you saved actually in the game management data. It's in the game itself. It doesn't save in the profile. These are saved on the profile. So for the AAA, we can put the sensitivity to top. Let's log in as a guest. Let's save the zoom to the bottom. Here, this is AAA. And this is for the guest. So why does the guest show as a user? Let's try to fix that. Okay, so hopefully it doesn't create a guest profile for now. Okay, if I turn off the game, and this is where the profiles are saved. For some reason, maybe because when I was testing the thing and I add the flag and then I didn't send the flag, it saved the damn thing. I don't know. Anyway, if that show up, so hopefully we fix this issue. So next issue, make time shows in Arabic. So let's do that. So Let me see. This is the problem. It is use a very clumsy way to do the same thing. But we could use another pathetic function that's called dialogue and time to use a dialogue in oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I should finish my coffee and focus on what I'm doing. There's a function here that turn numbers into time, okay? Here, a dialogue and time. So we could use this and send the dialogue. So the first thing we need to do is to add a real dialogue. And it might exist actually. Add a dialogue for time. And use dialogue and time to show the time value. So let's do that. So before we add one, let's check if we have one in the first. And actually, we have one, but for the build time. Should I be a sheep bastard and use it? The thing is, the build time will have the info. Let me start over this damn thing, because to be honest, sometimes I have edge cases whenever I deal with don't edit, damn it. All of this so to avoid saving data, and I'm going to save whatever. It's just burning process cycles for no reason, because I don't have partial saves. I have saves. Let me change it up. Actually, yeah. We need to fix the main menu soon. This is the main menu. We might need to adjust that. So that's soon. So in the castle, we search for this one. So this one is fixed at 8 for the game itself. So we might use it. Give me a second. Let me finish my coffee. For testing purposes, let's make F1 change the languages, and we go to the profile, and in here this thing set dialogues, and yeah, this is horrible. This is horrible. It even actually make a new dialogue, and it changed the font. So the font size 14. The whole thing is freaking horrible, man. What the hell? Anyway, for testing purposes for now, let's is the game file even loaded? I believe the game file is loaded in this stage. So we can access the game core file, or we can access it from the castle game. We have two ways. It's just a reference. Castle GF. I usually don't use this because this is game specific, but we could use game engine specific. Anyway, there is no quick way to show you the font because I'm freaking horrible. Where is BT1? The whole system is a little bit horrible, I know. But what to do? What to do? Here. I just want to see the result. I might refactor the whole thing. So here, as you can see, The font is way too small, and that's why. And we have a message here. Printing something, I don't know what for. So, give me a second. Let me check what this function do. B Arabic is optional. Is there a better word for optional? غير إلزامي, which might be but hopefully that's the problem. When you treat the user as a fucking idiot, you cannot be more specific enough. So you shouldn't treat users as fucking idiots. Yeah, you should make things clear enough, but don't go that down. I believe 90% of people, when they read اختياري or optional, they kind of understand the context, hopefully. And P, use Arabic name. Show the Arabic name. Ism, actually ism is without Hamza, I believe. Or Hamza and down. So ism or ism. Do you know what? I have no clue what's the difference, to be honest. It might be grammar correction. The AI says there's no difference. Anyway, I'm sidetracking way too far. Let's focus on the task. I love to sidetrack to seek knowledge, and that's one of my many faults. I would like to explain what I just read, but forget it. It doesn't matter in here. Add a label for. Oh yeah. I need to add, but I cannot add it here. I need to add that one in the. Let's do it in real time. So we have these three. So here, mind my messiness. Make size 14. And actually, let's go back. We need to make this one bigger and create guest login. We need these two in the same size. So we save this damn thing, and let's call here be the option setting control label. We will add this as well. So here we will try to make these in the same font size. Or I don't know. We will see about that because this one is perfectly fit, but this one look ugly. And oh yeah. Yeah, this one will be much longer than the first one, doesn't it? I don't want to edit this video. The last video took me 7 hours to edit, for the God's sake. Yeah, it took me forever because I watched it and rewatched it and I repeat some sections and made sure they sounds shorter and whatever. Micro builder, dialog importer. So we will add this to the castle. Okay. So we want this one to have the size of 14 and this one to be the size of 16 and this one to be the size of 16 and this one to be a little bit larger and this one to be the size of this one or a little bit smaller. So this one size 14, so this one size 12, and we will add a new one called, and this one will be the size of 20, and we will add the control, which is, let me see. So here we just going to list the control, but later on I'm going to make a dynamic system that load the control profile from the game file and let you create your own profile similar to Tekken game, where you can assign your own profile and change the profile hotkeys. So the problem is Excel cannot, I don't know how to make Excel support more than support enters and the new lines in the damn thing in the cells, because when you write enter and it goes to the next cell and you cannot shift enter because it just goes to the previous cell, and I have no idea. There must be a way. I didn't search and I didn't know. I believe if you try to import them, it send you the symbol, and I don't know. I believe he considered the space. So you know what? I just make it in here and I don't include it in the table. So we're going to save and we're going to replace the file. So here, yes. I have a lot to do and sometimes I run out of agent. Oh, this guy is saving auto saves in the main campaign while I'm in this page. Okay, good to know. It's saving the open menus as the because if he did the thing crashed or the energy blackout or whatever, it's keep an autosave file. Anyway, in here instead of using the build time, we could use b time. So this will only show the word v time. All right, so we could oh god, there's a solution by wrapping the word we make sure that where is the position of the damn thing in here. Oh, look at that. Everything is using the old way. I could use something called dummy dialog now. and it's going to be replaced anyway, so it doesn't matter. So actually it has an extra space in here already. Anyway, give me a second. Oh wow, I was talking to the wall, didn't I? Yep, congratulations. Um, so we just code the time, and we made when you ever scroll, shovel the player position, and do this kind of calculating the time. So this is the new account. So it's only played for 26 seconds if we get in here, and then shift out. It didn't save the time. Do I have to? Yeah, when it load them, I guess. Oh, maybe it didn't save because maybe because it didn't save. So to save the profile, you must at least enter the here or play a game or something. So here it saved 3 seconds. And this one here. So only when I save it at the time. If it doesn't save, it doesn't add the time. So actually, I believe when you exit the save. So now the triple A thing or the quadruple A should have like 31 seconds or something. No? Why am I testing this? Anyway, I need to make the Arabic rap. The artist who, see, who drew this didn't fix it on the avatar size, and it was like placeholder, and he never worked again with me. But I might need to edit it myself to make the icon, the avatar, to fit the box. Actually, the image he sent me was way too short, so I stretched it, or maybe the opposite. Anyway, so we need to make new ones and to make them fit a little bit better. So let's do that. Actually, I'm not in the mood to draw now, but let me fix at least the Arabic wrapping. Guess text wrapping won't work in here because nothing is following the rules in this area. Oh well. The whole thing is using some old tricks that doesn't follow the system. So even when I add a wrap that size of 100 or 70, it doesn't want to limit itself to that area. And yes, my system is not freaking perfect, but what to do? So we will try to do text shift and see if that will work. So it seems it worked. We shifted only the first one. And we are going to make the box bigger later. And when I make it bigger, we will make the shift whatever. So what I'm going to do, we are going to add several of them. We are going to shift the 3 of them and going to scroll and see what happens. Oh, actually, we need the size for the scroller. I see. Oh my god, the face. Since when my face was full? I click on 8, hopefully not too far. Anyway, we can edit that part. Yeah, that's why we need to do the editing. Anyway, edit. So we just added we tried to do text wrap and limited the size of the box because the code is not using the system directly, the text wrap didn't work. So what we are going to do, we are going to do text shift, and it seems that worked the trick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause and I'm going to add several accounts and see if that's work. We can shift the Arabic a little bit down. We will see about that. So we made the text shift for both the names and the time. And here we see the names. Actually, the names, let's remove the 10 from them. So if the names will stick Arabic depends on the setting, but the word time will shift based if the game is running in English or running in Arabic. But the name will stick. And this is the thing about the you see, we made this one larger. We need to shift it a little bit to the right, and we need to shift this one to the right. So let's do that. Look at that, I found an error. I use the same ID for both the guest and create, and actually this won't crash the priority list, but whenever I search for one of the items, it will only reference the first one that it get. So actually all of these data will get override, so actually the visual won't change, and it will use the same setting for this one. So yeah, and that's why I kept shifting the text and it never shift, and maybe that's why the font size get fucked up, because so now we need to shift it. So here's one of the problems when you program your own Arabic system, an Arabic font, and the Arabic font is not the same size of the English font. The Arabic is a little bit bigger, and I tried my best to make them the similar size, but because measuring the Arabic string is way much harder, especially when I edit it a lot to make and the edition as well is not perfect. So the sizes between the spaces between the letters are not perfect. Some of them look really good like this one, but then here the alif and lam, the spaces between is horrible. Same with lam and alif. Anyway, it doesn't fit. So the easiest way to deal with this is just edit the damn string. So I'm going to remove the word please in Arabic to make it fit. And the other thing we are going to do, whenever I'm going to move the mouse to the boxes in here it will print a message in here like a account must have an English name. Arabic name is optional. Use this to show the Arabic name, and click here to change the avatar. So this is what I'm going to do instead of having all of the info in here. And maybe we can make this button a little bit smaller as well, or maybe I can even draw a new one. I don't know, we will see about that. So we're going to do the changes. So let's remove the old code because I don't care about it anymore. I don't want to even see it, I don't want to even think about it. Actually, there's a lot of old code in here that for the previous game, just to use it as a reference, but I don't want to even see the comment. And then let's take a look on the OK button, and we can set a scale for it to make it smaller a little bit, or maybe change it completely, like I don't know, 0.8, 7, 6. I might not give a scale. And then we are going to try to use mouse enter to decide what kind of dialogue to have on the label. So if we go to the crate, so here we need to do the shift a little bit. So here let's check the Arabic. So see, the Arabic one now fit in the box, but because we made the button smaller, we need to lower it a little bit, and then we need to adjust the set text shift, which is a system that I use to shift the text. So let me remove it completely and lower the button a little bit, like make it 50, and take a look. Yeah, adjusting the GUI is a nightmare in my system, and I try to add this menu to make it easier, but connecting the menus with this menu was not that smooth, and it took me forever to make the screen resolution stuff without issues, because the screen resolution had an issue, but that's another story. So I never completed the system, to be honest. Anyway, so we can raise the button a little bit. Actually, I like the big button, but in the same time, yeah. So let's take a look on the shift and adjust a little bit. Let me move the camera there. Oops. Because I used to have the camera for Wizardy. So I'm trying to shift this one to here. But am I shifting the right text? So we made this one look better a little bit. But let's try to shift this one. Don't you like when you debug a line and check the values and all of a sudden everything worked perfectly? Look at this. So I debugged the location of the font, and for some reason, well, when I type now it fucked up because it doesn't calculate the additional subtraction and additional shift for the Arabic font to connect. For example, when I write letters, it takes the measurement, but it doesn't take the array that remove and add spaces to make the font look nice. But anyway, for some reason this is working perfectly after I debugged. So let's we shifted a little bit on this one, and now it's look much better. Now we are going to attempt to add the for font. So here we will add a new actually we already have a note, and I see we are not using it at all. So let's use this one. So let me add a label here, and we are going to give it new label. So we are going to give it the GUI main name plus keynote, and it's going to be a dummy dialog, and it doesn't have an image. So let me finish this one. So here we will attempt to test this bullshit by adding enter, mouse enter. There's a mouse over, but there's no mouse enter. Well, we could use mouse over, but it will be a little bit overkill. I don't remember how to use the mouse enter, but we could try B1, which is my universal symbol, and then we create several of them, and then we need one for the picture, we need one for the text box, the English one for the Arabic text box, and one for the combo box. And actually we are going to reverse the combo box because we will do that later. I discovered there was a mistake. So we can either cast the menu that we are sending action, but for some reason I don't know why the dynamic function works if we use the local variables. I don't know why, but we could do this, the note, set dialog into dummy dialog. And in here I'm going to remove the JCD system someday when I refactor. It was a nice system to make dynamic dialogues out of the data set of the dictionary, but it's just bullshit. It's just bullshit. I don't use it anymore. It's just outdated. So here we have the notes names. So optional, and we have a new one actually as well, which is the English one. Am I resuming? Yeah. So I add one called is required. So we are going to use optional Arabic name. Oh, I forgot to add one for click to change. Let's do that. So we just add this one, Where is it? Oh, here. Click to change avatar, and we can add them in here. So the avatar change will be on the picture itself, and the English name is this one, and the Arabic name in this one. Actually, no, it's the this one, and the optional is this one. So let's test this, and hopefully it will work without being in pain. The GUI name is empty. Okay, sorry. I must enter a valid GUI name or it will be upset. I can put anything that exists in the set. I should do John Romero, where if it doesn't exist, it just pass with an error instead of. So it's not working. Why is that? Because we didn't add these entity as a mouse event. There is another thing I need to do before I can do that. Let me check. So apparently we must have a delegate somehow to tell it, hey, which one is we are checking if the mouse is over or not. So who's assigning this? Look at this. Figured. It's in the show. So only in the game, only when I show the side menu and I want to add I manually add it. This is some kind of like to prevent over processing. And unfortunately I need to do manually, so let's do that. So we need to create a showcase for this, just so we can add them and remove them, and then later on we can make this one responsible on make them visible and invisible. So we need to yeah, unfortunately, to check if these exist, man. And then if they don't exist, to remove them. So let's do that one by one. Now whenever we try to create this thing, we could do show 0, and whenever we close we need to do show 1, just to give the menu component system that, hey, hello, we need to add these delegates to the sucker. So in the creator, when do cancel or create, so this is cancel, we could use 1, and in here a picture. Okay, I don't know, do you care? I don't care. Let me see. Well, it might fail, so if it fails, it doesn't show that message. So let's go to try. And we fucked up. So let me try to fix this. So apparently I use this mostly for highlight, actually. Huh. Do I use it for other than highlight? But there's no mouse out. Why it failed? Anyway, I will try to fix this. Huh. Is that why I add a mouse out and empty mouse out for the side MC? I believe I did. So I was wondering, why did I use a mouse out in here and I don't have anything for it? Maybe to avoid this problem and because this freaking stupid question mark does not check if the mouse out exists. Can I do like does that work? Let me check. But let me check. After it build and everything. Alright, so here we have this. So we need to adjust the position and we will see about it. And we can check the Arabic one. The position, I put it just on haste. See? So what I'm going to do is actually going to test the game and go to the side menu. So here you can see the side menu won't happen unless if the side menu showed. So here it will check if the mouse over thing. And before now, when you go to mouse out, it will invoke mouse out. But because we changed the code, let's remove the mouse out and test it. So we add a question mark and whatever. So now it doesn't crash. Alright. Actually, this is not a mouse out. This is another trick, but I could use mouse out. But I didn't want to kill the mouse out event thing. Anyway, where were we? Oh, I'm not pausing since when? Damn it. Anyway, the whole thing will be edited. So, okay, we shifted a little bit too much. So let's make it 0. I hate editing, but I have to edit it. Like 170. Alright, perfect. So here says اظهر الاسم العربي, and I could add even more info. الاسم العربي اختياري. الحساب يتطلب اسم انجليزي. اضغط على تغيير الافاتار. Alright, so maybe I will change this one a little bit. Show the Arabic name. Arabic name is optional. English name is required. Click to change the avatar. Alright, so so when we click on OK, we wanna actually cancel invert this. So this. So when we when we make a new account and we say B استخدم, the dot doesn't use. Why is that? Oh, I can't click down on this keyboard. Really? Frick me. Do I know this problem exists before? Huh. Neither that. Stockholm. Not even thought. What the hell is going on? Let's switch it into English. Now I can use it, really? Well, not all of it. الاسم العربي. So create a new account. So here. So fuck me. So we have a new task. Not all Arabic letters can be entered. Try the dal. So let's make it the default to be not. So this one actually, my patience is running out. I don't see the initial value. Maybe there is a 1 in the constructor. Yep. So here is actually false. Oh, so false is the X? Are you? Oh god. Give me a second. So I need to reverse the images. So this one is actually okay, and this one is not. And the what's wrong with her? What's wrong with me? And the okay is actually this. So let's try it out. Hello. So if it is yes, and you click create, it says hello. But if you create la and you make it la, then it will use the English one. Alright. So let's try to check why we cannot type down. I see the problem. In here, it's actually identify the symbols if it is an English language as a keyboard and do the symbol, but it doesn't check if the this is used both for text box and for taking keys. Let me see. Actually, I could use the focused text box if it is a fixed language. So actually, yeah, we can do that. But I need to do more testing. So before I made the system only accept English buttons and it was working, but I was like, oh yeah, let's make it both take Arabic and English because some people will shift the Arabic keyboard by habit. And the thing is, I was thinking when I designed the system that this system should work even if the computer that is used on the platform doesn't have an Arabic keyboard. Anyway, let's do some adjustments. Great, lovely, beautiful. And the function to measure the text from the sprites from XNA itself can fire an error if you input an icon that doesn't support it in a font. So I tried Shift 1 and all of a sudden it crashed. So we have an error here that I need to deal with as well. Just beautiful. This error. This contain characters that can't be resolved by the sprite font. What the fudge, man. I mean, look at that. I'm trying just to make my creation profile look better. All kinds of stupid errors. So here we just add done and we can add 96, I believe. 96, yeah. And then the decryptor should understand this letter, hopefully. Nope. So it didn't detect that here. Sure. So let's check this one. So this one, it should be 96. So let's take a look. Oh, of course, because it's an Arabic letter. So we need to find the the decrypted value. Right, give me a second. It's 56, so let's put it at 56. Don't I have it here? Wait. So let's give it a try. So let's remove all of this. So I'm not accepting it. Seriously? Why do I hate myself? Maybe it's... Let me fix this. Oh, it works in Arabic now. And all of a sudden in English it works too. Like what the hell? Oh no, no it doesn't. Wait, what? Now it does. A second ago it didn't. Like, oh. Maybe I didn't click on the text box by mistake. Seriously? So this is the English keyboard. I can click anything. I checked all of them. But the Arabic one, I need to fix all of them now. So the Arabic one doesn't work anymore. But wait, a few seconds ago it was working. And that is not working anymore. Oh, so if you switch while you are in the focus scheme doesn't work, let me try to fix this. Actually, Jim and that should work. Why did it fail? Let me check. Let me remove the code that I just add. So this should actually work. But for some reason it doesn't. Oh, great. So give me a second. Interesting. The Arabic keyboard were not identified. The whole thing, the monogame keyboard detection thing, could not identify the Arabic key at all. Like, really? Really? It's none. Huh. Oh, this is interesting. Well, need more digging. Yes, if the keyboard is not identified, it will assign none to it. Simple as that. So there is no way I can detect it. Well, we could, I wonder if I can force to change the keyboard into English whenever you run the damn thing, and then it will work fine. That's one way. Like ignoring the, let me see if I can do that. Well, there's a solution for German keyboards and French. Damn. Alright. There is a better way. You see, we could detect if the key is done. So what I'm going to do, and instead of writing the message all the time, like, this is some kind of like, bullshit. I'm going to print Arabic name is optional. But if the keyboard is detected that does not show the Arabic, it will show. If the key doesn't work, switch to English keyboard. And hopefully, people will understand that not all non-standard keyboards can be detected. It's just so well. So we added the new one, and we're going to make. Wait. It didn't override. Fuck me. Give me a second. So now, instead of just writing a message, we're going to add a flag in the control manager. A boolean flag where it's going to we're going to use it for these kinds of error. So public bool key not detected error. to use whenever different keyboard key is not detected. So we are going to use this flag in here. Here. And we could return it here actually. But that might actually fuck up everything, doesn't it? Anyway, now we are going to check the control here, and in here we will do something like control manager is equal to false, or, and here we take the name, the error, right, and here we will turn it into false when we confirm or exit. So when we do this, like clicking on exit, or when we click on OK and get accepted. All right. So here, when we create an optional name like Hamas, and it's worked fine. But if we change the keyboard into Arabic and try to write Alam Jim, and all of a sudden the keyboard is not detected, it will show us this message now. Well, the Arabic one, give me a second. Look at that, the table, I reversed it. The error showed the English one correctly, but the Arabic one doesn't. Like, oh god. Frick. So let's try again. So this is the English keyboard. And when I click in here, and then change it from Arabic to English, it's fine. And when you type something and it's fine, it's fine. But if you remove it, you notice now the English font and the English keyboard, the position is wrong. I wonder if I change into Arabic and try again. So if we try again, no, the position is wrong. So if you type things and the keyboard is detected, it will be fine. But when if you click something is not detected, it will say, hey, it seems something is not working. Please change it to English. So if you change it into English, it won't change the message, but it will type it. So there you go. Hopefully this will be clear enough why I didn't support the Arabic in the first place. It seems I completely forgot, or I couldn't find the problem and I was like, ignored it. Because it seems I worked on to make it accept both Arabic and English, but the platform itself is not perfect, and if I want to complete support for Arabic keyboard, I need to find a different way to do that. And I don't know. Maybe I'll look into it, but hopefully this won't take forever to fix. So anyway, I believe I made this a little bit clearer, and hopefully that's good enough. Because you can type some of the Arabic names and it will work, but not all letters will be detected, depends on the keyboard you're using. So what can I do? I need to not use the monogame, which is the cross-platform that was supposed to work on different devices like PlayStation 3, 4, and 5, the Xboxes and the Switches and the Steam, and the device that you have cubes and rearrange them. I don't know what it's called. Anyway, I'm getting tired and the sun will rise soon. Next problem, let's take a look. Okay, this one is fun. So I just discovered something while I was trying to test the Arabic font. If you go to the the English font itself, and you hold shift and press anything, like the capital letters, it will accept the capital letter. But what happens if I click on shift and 1? And all of a sudden, the function itself that called measure the font, not the Arabic one. The Arabic one, I'm the one who made it, which is fucked up in the first place. Doesn't need an error. Measure string, which is a font thing in monogame or XNA, return an error called I don't know what's the error handler, but it failed. So what we are going to do, we will attempt to measure the keyboard before we try to call it in here, and if it sends an error, we prevent the entry of that thing. So we will come here in the Arabic input somewhere. I believe it's control manager part here. So here we found out the error. So let's attempt to do this again. Actually, this is holding shift, and holding shift will need to do rearrangement for the shift. So actually it will be cut in here, I believe. I believe I can fly. So now I hold shift alone. So the keyboard is left shift. Great. So yes, here. So here left shift and D1. And actually here I see. Why do I have these? Give me a second. It seems I mixed some wires. I was going to do that to take the encryptor to the Arabic and then switch them. So now this is working in here. Guess what? But they don't work for the Arabic now. So we need to do an exception for the Arabic ones. So give me a second. I'll fix one and break another. I know. And by the way, shouldn't that be prevented from adding files with names like these? Ooh. Fuck me. Don't you hate all kinds of these problems? So actually we need to add a filter because the file and the folder name will have these symbols. So actually we need to add a flag. I fixed it for English, but the Arabic symbols are not working now. So these can work for different things that could be saved inside the text file, but not whenever I need to name the file that's saved in the game as a folder or file. So I need to make some kind of a flag in some of the text boxes to prevent using these symbols. So this is like 3A, 3B, add a flag in text boxes to prevent taking symbols that doesn't work when used to name a folder or a file, like profiles and save files. So we need to do both of these. So give me a second. So instead of changing sending the keyboard as an encrypted value, I use the exception table to take the English and change it into Arabic. So we can draw the symbols on here, and for some reason I pressed that star twice. For some reason, actually it's working, but one of the symbols I noticed before is the 6. The power doesn't work, but when you click actually on The Arabic letter, when you change the keyboard into Arabic. Oh, frick. Actually, the keyboard in Arabic as well works. So 6 is not working, but I saw the symbol before somewhere. But it was not the symbol that I was expecting. Yeah. Now I remember. It's the the slash. So the slash, for some reason, it became that. So let me see. This one, 173. 175. This will be a long night. So I dig up the Arabic font file. We have one for each size. This is the original that used in the prototype, and it's based on the same thing. So if we calculated this is 0 and this is 19, I'm not going to calculate, but this is 173, 175. Yeah, it detected 173. Then why the hell is not detected in here? Oh, don't tell me it's got screwed up with the encryptor thing. Let me check. Maybe we had an exception list for it. 177. Oh yes, it's belonged to the damn table. This is the problem when you try to deal with ASCII table exactly. Actually, we can detect it in here. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, so the frickin' decryptor is the problem. It got in the not exception table. So now it works. And now let's do the 6. So it seems it's the same problem. So 175 exists on the same table of the exception. Fuck me. So here it exists. So all these symbols are the exception of the table except that one. Like, whatever, man. Well, now it both works in here and here. But we need to prevent these symbols, so you cannot type them as the file name. So let's add a flag in the text box to tell it, hey, this text box refused these symbols. So give me a second. So here we add this flag in the text menu component called is file name save, and both in profile creation we made only the English text box to have this flag on, and in the save menu we will make the save text have this one. And now in the control manager we are going to prevent any symbol that doesn't allow in the same file, and which are, let me check. So all these symbols are not allowed, so let's prevent them. Funny. Didn't I done something similar to this before? I almost believe I did. But anyway, I'm going to add a new what do you call it, list in here, and we will do it. So let's do public static string name save symbols is equal to this. So and we have a function that responsible on inputting the symbol. So what we're going to do is actually checking the C and say if contains C, return. And actually before that, if the focus text is a file safe name. So let's start. So the thing is to test this thing is actually the Arabic one is not a file save name because the file and the folders are not saving the Arabic name. Haha. So in English you cannot enter them. Oh, you can use these in the English name. Huh. So it seems we can. Let's test that. So if I have a file in here called okay, but in here we can use any symbol because these are not included in the file. So well done. We can use the Arabic name to show symbols that cannot be shown in English. What next? So let's see what next task we can do. How long I've been working on these 3 issues? Anyhow, I just noticed that morning prayer already came in. The time I need to go to pray, and I will check some stuff first. So I might take a break as well. Well, I tried a last hurrah to find a way to make these keyboards, the Arabic keyboards, works, and someone found a library that controlled this because we are not dealing with Windows only. Actually, if I want to deal with Windows, I already dealt with user 32 and input the keyboard input to make some program to snatch the keyboard if you hit the right configuration and play music for Wizardy. So actually I could use the same trick, but the thing is my engine should not depend on Windows crap. Even though this game is Windows exclusive, but I don't want to depend on solutions for Windows crap because in the future I want to make my games work in cross-platform. Anyway, and I found the library, but you cannot modify it. So I was like, what if I use just in time and do it pre-processing? And no, it won't work. So actually, some people left a ticket to support these keyboards for different languages, and no. The thing is, the library is a little bit sensitive, and whenever they fiddle with it, whenever they add keys, sometimes it break other keys, and I expected that. It's just like, so actually my solution is used in different some people use similar approach by using the keyboard the key from the English and turn it into Arabic, but I will keep trying. The thing is, I might do pre-processing if you're using Windows, or print a virtual keyboard whenever you do the damn thing. So yeah, you cannot play with the keyboard map keys directly. You can just like this is not my script system. I can add and remove and edit scripts in the initialized stage like I own the place because I own the place. But yeah. Back to work. I don't feel well. Sorry about that. I'm going to split the keyboard input with text input because I noticed that I have one huge function that do both. That is just take the input, and if it is typing, it will type. So let's separate those two into two different functions. Then I will attempt to determine the platform. We already have some code for that. And if it is Windows, then we use a different function. So we can support any keyboard we want. So here we will add a different function. And let's call it typing or whatever. And actually depends on the operation system. It will just use the key event from the keyboard if it's supported, but let's do that next. Look how cute the function became. Just two lines. It determined how many controllers we have in the game, in the current running game, and it just sent appropriate keys for each user. Controllers are how many users do we have. So if we have a game that supports 3 players playing on the same keyboard, and all of them log in with their own accounts and their own key control. Why am I describing all of this? Well, it's a game log. Shut up. So it do that. It determine which profile, check the keyboard, and do that blah 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 blah. But if it's typing, we move the code to a different section, so we can now attempt to figure out if there's a way. And if you say this is a bad coding because we have tons of else if, even in the original library, it uses the same thing for mapping, so shut up. Well, they use a dictionary, but here we have more, it's more than one key sometimes. Especially when you deal with shift. So let's try that. So, it's same code. So this is the English keyboard, that's why there's no problem. But in Arabic, yep, not all of them. So here, let's attempt to do a pre-processing, not pre-processing, checking the platform. No, it is pre-processing, darn it. Give me a second. Well, there is no easy way around it, unfortunately. You cannot just pre-process, introduce dependencies on your own project and say if it is window, then introduce this dependency. So what you need to do is to make shared projects where if it's Unix, then you run Unix or desktop project. If you run on this a different cross platform switch, you need a switch project, which then use your shared library and do whatever, and one for Windows as well. So I cannot just like introduce Windows libraries in my own engine DLL. So unfortunately I tried to do that before, but they changed how the pipeline, you deal with the pipeline, share the project, and I not screwed up. It took me some time to make shared project, then just to decide I never want to use it for Windows. The short, long answer is I'm not going to introduce these shared project anytime soon, not in this update. Just to introduce the library to take the user input from the keyboard. So what I'm going to do instead, I could attempt to do the virtual keyboard, but I don't want to make a virtual keyboard for the shared thing as well, because the virtual keyboard I want to do it for the cell phone shared project. So we get so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add temporary the buttons that doesn't work. So we found the Arabic buttons that doesn't work, so we are going to draw them, introduce them, and do the other buttons. So that's what I'm going to do. In addition, I need to draw the avatars, two new avatars, so let's try to do that. So I'm going to introduce some of the buttons here and then put them in the game. And so I made the letters quickly, the missing ones that you can click on, and we're going to add it to the creator. And whenever you're using non-English keyboard and keys doesn't detect it, this will show up. So if you're too lazy to switch between the two keyboards or do not understand, we will give the ability to let the user enter the missing letters in the damn thing. The second thing I don't like is this thing, and we need to remove these pixel outside, and I might redesign it. I would like to have it more square. I don't know, we will see about that. And the other thing is as well as we need to make it fit a real square in here. So actually I might redesign the whole thing. I mean I already switched this and this doesn't look good, so we need to take the sizing in here and throw it in here, and we will see about that. Another thing is I introduced kinda two new avatars, kinda, and we are going to use them for the game. And I changed the background for the boss from the game War 2, and we are going to introduce that as well, because I'm going to remake the sucker and we're going to introduce him as the first boss in the game. Actually, yeah, he was in War 2 and he was in the castle too as well. It's anyway, let me attempt to adjust this now. So we add a new GUI in here. I tried to add a frame and decorate it, but didn't look good. So I'm going to add it and see if that will work or not. And let's put it in the game file, replace it, but the GUI name, and see the result. So this is the selected info. We can copy the new GUI numbers and save it. And then we can add a new one. Let's call it missing keys or missing Arabic keys, and we give it this number, which is the location of the GUI, and add it. So we have a new one. Let's save it and replace it. Great, the code for the profile info is outdated. It's using the old the old way to make menu combo. Of course it is. Anyway, I need to replace it with a new one. Okay, a little bit better, but the icon became behind. Maybe that's why I was drawing it through the draw function to fix this issue. So let's try to do it without doing stupid things. And now we need to fix the shift of the English and the Arabic and the time and everything. We'll see about that. Yeah, the easiest thing is to make this. And instead of doing the stupid thing manually, I just remove iDrawable and add 3 avatars and let them visible, invisible, and invincible when there is no enough profiles. So I need to add 3 images, similar to the 3 text and 3 the info and everything. So yeah, I need to do that. Actually, what happened if I replace the label image? Because the label doesn't have a text. I mean, the label doesn't have an image. What happened if I change it into an avatar image and keep the time text? And later on we will add additional info, depends on the profile, and give it the avatar image and change the image by using the stupid thing, the change. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that and see the result. Okay, so kind of worked. Now we need to scale it down and adjust the position and see how it will work. So I add different scale to compare. Yeah, the first one is the best, as you can see. and we need to move it a little bit to the left. That's mean we need to adjust the oh, now because we have an SGR, the shift fucked up. Of course it did. No problem, we will fix that. Okay, let's see the result. They are not lined. And the image doesn't change when I scroll. I will fix that soon. Depends on the profile. Alright, when we attempt to create, let me try a guest. Yeah, the guest is wrong. Woohoo, the guest is wrong. But anyway, when we try to create a new one, and now because the menu didn't disappear, yeah, I need to fix this soon. Anyway, when we attempt to create new one, we will get only the new avatars, either the first boss. I can make the first boss goes here. This is not centered. What's going on? Neither this actually. Because it's not centered. Oh god. I need to fix this. Oh yeah, I forgot. Guess is still a profile. So actually because the old profile have these icons and support these icons, that's why they showed up. So let's remove the guest and try to log in again and see if it happens. Oh yeah. So fixed. So this is the new guest. We center the castle a little bit. And when we create a new one, the tank is at the end. So we finish this task. So we have a new avatars for the damn thing. And the selectors, because all of these are older profiles. Oh yeah. I need to make sure if you entered an old avatar. Like imagine if you play the game and you have these avatars unlocked from that game. I need this. But this is from the same game. It's not from a different game. If you come from a different game, the game will automatically upgrade this avatar to include the new avatars from this game. The thing is, all my old games are way outdated and I don't think their profiles work. None of them are stable, so I don't want to bring a volume ordeal save at all. But anyway, let's make sure the update works. I forgot how to do that. Ah, here. Here, because it has this profile does not contain the game data, additional data will be added. So here we do that. So we could just add this profile here. The only problem is we need to check if these exist or not. Even though each let's check if they exist first. With this, if you come from the future, from a future game, and try the alpha version of Castle 2, and the game finds that you don't have the game, it will add these avatars for you. I can add a bonus just because I'm a freaking idiot, but anyway. Imagine like, actually, this is possible. Imagine if I made Castle 3, and you play Castle 3 first, and you come to Castle 2, it gives you a special icon. But why? I don't want to do that. But anyway. So actually, for the sound and the music buttons, I'm thinking to cheat a little bit, and inside the profile menu, is there a show button? I might just show the buttons from that menu without showing the whole thing. So let's try to do that. So here in the create menu, if I close this, there is a show button. So let's do that. So this is the create menu. We could use access. We're going to cheat like motherfuckers. Menu, sound, set visibility equal to true. And the same for sound M. So we don't need to program what? Oh, the music. So we won't need to reprogram them. And let's see. And we don't need to put the position. We don't need to, and it's a little bit smoother on the damn things. So we don't need to reprogram the damn thing. So when we close it, it's disappear. So let's make this show as well in here. Actually, there is a show in the selector. I was checking the wrong menu. So we go to the create one. We go to, I'm too lazy today. And profile selector. We can do this. And when you scroll update, I don't need this anymore. We can delete it. We need to check that every time you close the selector by selecting a profile, or when you can you exit the menu? I don't think you can exit the menu. So this is happen whenever you do the guest. And this is when you create a new one. And this is when you select. So here you get these two again. And when you create it doesn't disappear because it shows again, but actually if you click on exit it will disappear because we used it in the show 0, which is the same if you create a new one or when you exit, so you need to fix that. Of course we could do that by whenever we cancel the damn thing we actually show them again, which is kind of stupid, but let's do that. I mean, it's like struggling. Oh, no, you can't leave me. Yeah. So create, cancel. So these doesn't disappear. Now let's attempt to add a language button. Alright. So we need to shift it, make it smaller, and shift the text, and then program it. Alright, so we have English Arabic name, language button. So this will switch the Arabic without clicking on the keyboard F1, and I'm going to remove F1 later on. I'm just using F1 for debugging. The next step is to make this one show in the new account. So if you don't understand the instruction, oops, I picked the wrong language, you can do that. So we will do the same trick. We're going to use the same button show in both positions. So in here we will go to add this one, menu, lan. Oh, give me a break. Don't do that to me. Oh boy. Is it because it's not public? Might be. Oh, I love all of you. I love all of you. I love all of you. Yeah, because on public. Give me a second. There, happy? We made a public button. So now if I create a new one, we can switch between the languages without the need to use F1. So another task done. Next we will add a label calling missing keys, and we are going to use the missing keys what is used? Let me get the GUI name. This one. There it is. So I'm going to shift it here, and then we will add the code to add the letters. So we made the button. Whenever you click on it, it show the mouse position, and based on the mouse position we need to categorize it. So if the position is unfortunately spaced on the mouse location, let me do the calculation. Alright, so now when we click on less than 4, it will give us, hopefully it won't give us negative, because I forgot to calculate the extra space, so we subtracted by 4 again. So if you click on calf, you will get 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So instead of this, we will print the letters, and instead of printing the letters, and we're going to show this only when you fail to enter an Arabic letter. So let's do that. Okay, this is not working perfectly, because if I type, for example, let's change into Arabic. Al-Ka. Actually, because we add before, it fixed it. But when we add a new calf, it's screwed up, because we add only the fixed form. But if we type something before it, it will fix it. So I could run the code to check the forms, and we have another problem. Is it seems I cannot change the position of the Arabic font for some reason. Well, I can use the keyboard, and then we click calf. So let's try to check the forms. Apparently I forgot to add the letter G. That means I need to move it, I need to add another letter, and I need to change the GUI name position. Oh boy. So this one is not correct, so let's change the position. Became this. Save, save, save. Replace. Then we go to the game. Of course we will need to shift it by 25, and of course this didn't work because this should be 7. Oh, this should be default. Oh, whatever. There we go. So we add oh, look at that, the insert is not correct, so we will need to adjust some of the stuff. Give me a second. So apparently to do the trick is to decrypt and encrypt the language to fix the shape, and then we set the TMB accordingly. Damn it, seriously? Because every time you add and remove a letter, it need to check every letter before and after. So let's try to do that. And there you go. Let's delete the whole thing, and let's type ala, and then we enter jim dal wow, that alif alif. Oh yeah, when I write alif alif, it will lose focus. To do that, I need to set the focus on this again. Let's try to do that. Okay, so let's try to shift the keyboard into Arabic so it doesn't work perfectly. And let's say something. Ya Jada. So Jim Dal Ain. Space. Ba Alif Lam Za Wow. Alif Jim. So Kaf doesn't enter, so we can. Okay, one last thing.
Listen, one more thing. It'll just take a second.
So we are going to show this damn thing only when a key is missing. So actually there is another thing I would like to do, because this will check every time that the damn thing happen. We are going to do an action. So let me think. So here this note will change. Oh no, it's when you move the mouse and enter the position. Depends if the error detected or not. Yeah, I need to change that. So what I need to do is to add an action and set it in the update. And every time it update, it check the action. So let's do that. So let's write action or screw this or but yeah, better to put it in the update, but we could do this menu missing keys set visibility is equal to this, and we can do this in the show as well. So what will happen is, I know this is freaking silly. So the button doesn't show and you cannot click on it. But if you say Al Arabi Kafu, because the keyboard is English, it worked. But if we remove it and say Kafu, it didn't show. See, that's the problem. You must move the mouse here to show you the message and do this. So, so I need to put it somewhere else. Like the second, that's the problem. The only way that I'm sure about now to do this is to as I said, make an action and put it in an update, and when the action happen, this is too much work. I don't want to do too much work. Do you want to do too much work? I don't want to do too much work. Okay. Change it into Arabic again. Calf. Alright. So we made it whenever the mouse is moving in the whole thing. So actually if it moves here, let's try again. It won't show. So if I put the mouse here, calf, actually it did. Huh. Let's try again. Let's put the mouse outside of the whole thing. Actually, is that because it's a mouse sleeve? So let's put the mouse here, calf. So here the keyboard didn't happen, but when I enter the mouse it will show. One more thing,
sir. I almost forgot.
we need to move the missing keys a little bit up or move the text a little bit down. Yeah, move it a little bit up. Actually, we did both. So here, this is in English and this is in Arabic. And there you go. And all of a sudden the position fucked up. I'm too tired to fix this. I'm really too tired to fix this. Maybe because the keyboard we changed into English back? Like seriously? I don't know. I love it when the code sometimes works, sometimes doesn't work. The position of the damn thing. But for now, we remember the whole thing works if your keyboard is assigned into English. If your keyboard is English, there's no problem. It's already my system detect these keyboard and change them into the Arabic equivalent. You won't see the decryption and encryption. You just see the letters, and that's the thing. But not all keyboards. So if you play only with keyboard that accept Russian or Turkish, and there's no English language for whatever reason your operation system is, I don't know what to do. I will be honest. I don't know what to do. We will deal with that problem later when I add the virtual keyboard. Well, you know what you can do? You can play the game because the keyboard doesn't support English, so I don't know what to do with you. Because you must have an English name. You don't have to have an Arabic name. So if you cannot even type English, I will be honest with you. I don't care. I don't care you have this problem. Anyway, next task. Another thing we want to do.
Oh, one other thing.
Is in here in the control. We want to print the controls. So let's do that. We need to add the label and use the dialog we add. So this is the label. We are going to use the label. And here. And we are going to add this to the priority list. And we are going to make it visible and invisible. Invisible. And we need to adjust the position and everything. So let's add it to the priority list. And then when we do the visibility, here we make it always invisible, except when we do second one. Pray that it works. Yeah, I might do the auto log as well option. There you go. Of course it must have one frick. Good for frick. And yeah, we need to do text shift. And we might need to do buildings and remove the resources and everything. So let's do the text shift and see how it happens. And there you go. Maybe we will need to decrease the font a tad. I hate everything. Look at this. Should I keep it like this? No, everyone will cry if I leave it like this. I need to fix this. So in here we need to search for the label. We need to change the font. Let's make it 14. And save, replace. We need to restart. So when we load the assets, we load the font size. We could change the font hard-coded, but whatever. So there you go. So we can shift it a little bit more now because the font has changed, and even more, maybe like 5 more. There you go. Yeah, 5 more. Fuck it. Oh, we can make the font a little bit smaller. Oh, make the menu a little bit bigger. Oh, whatever. Alright. So here we can reword the thing like Mabani, and in English we call it buildings. And if they don't understand, I don't care. So in here in the same page we can change this one into buildings. And then in the Arabic one, the Arabic one will be harder to fix because the selection is reversed. Save and replace, and then let's try it out again. So in English became nicer, and in Arabic became nicer. So this is just temporary to inform you how to control. Later on I will make a dynamic system that connect the control profile system with a GUI and make dynamic GUI to make you able to adjust the keyboard and create new profiles and change profiles info. And magically, because you adjust the profile info for the control will change because they are connected. It's already you already have the default control, and this is how the game understands control. It go to the control profile, check the keyword, and check if they are pressed, and do the command. So next step. So this is what I need to do. I need to change the background for the game itself when you enter the main menu. So this map has a castle and have a bad background. So we need to make something look a little bit better. Let's do it later. I really don't want to solve this. I will move this before, even after the music. The camera. We need to add a shortcut. I cannot speak. A keyboard key. When you press on C, to change the camera, to move it to the castle, toward the castle. And when we attempt to change the avatar, I want to add a cancel button where whenever you click outside, it will close and not change. So we are going to do this next. And another thing, I want to add a gear button that make you capable of changing the Arabic name and the setting. So let's do these one by one. Actually, I changed my mind. I just add an X button. And when you create a new profile, there's only one problem. You can change the image in here, but if you click X, it will show the everything in the last menu instead of using the normal show. So only when you click on X, it will show these letters, and when you move the mouse in, they disappear. So that's the only problem we have, but I don't care. Next. Alright, we add some of the stuff to the map, and when we for some reason this does not rotate, even though I rotated in the editor. I could add a script to rotate these turrets, but and I could change the base for this one and make it into a rock, so let's do that. Alright, we add some stuff. Maybe if I put this a little bit to the left. You know what? I know, I should add animated tiles, and I have a system for that, but I didn't add animated tiles yet, in this project at least. So, and I might need to change the whole tile set, but for now this is better than the empty background, I guess. Doesn't matter. The thing is, if I add too much stuff, it will look weird and doesn't fit. So I believe this is good enough. Maybe if this is not completely lined, if I put it a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right. Anyhow, next I'm going to add a gear here, a gear icon, so you can adjust the Arabic name. So let's do that. So okay, we add the button, we adjust the location, and now we are going to show the profile create. When we click on it, did it work? As of course it does work, because false. Oh, silly me. And we could make the profile menu disappear as well. So all right, now we need to make sure that we remove this one. Yeah, we need to do a few things. We need to remove this one and add a label to show your name and change the image based on your profile image in here. So let's do that. Okay, we add a button, and now when we create a new profile, it should show the OK, and when we edit, it should show the edit. So this is the create, and this is the edit. Now we need to shift the edit text position, and we need to replace the label. And when we click on edit, nothing happened. Actually, we didn't even add a hit box, a hit highlight button, I mean. So let's do these. All right, we made the edit button. Let's take a look. Well, we forgot to load the info in here. Give me a second. All right, let's try this. So let's pick this one and edit. And instead of sheen, ba, let's add baz and edit. Okay. What if I don't like this one? Kind of, I have no idea. Edit. What if I don't want to use the Arabic name? Alright. What if I want to change the icon? Ooh, when I clicked on, when I changed the avatar, it's, it's, made it as if, it showed the create one. Instead of, so let's fix that. I might make it impossible to change the avatar from here, but again, I don't want to hear crying, so let's try to fix that. So so we need to add some kind of a way to remember if this is editing or not editing. So 0 is editing and 1 is not editing. Oh, I hate myself. What to do? What to do? Public static and last state is equal to 0, and here we do last state is equal to 0, last state is equal to 2. It doesn't matter if we close, but we can do that. And now in show we can say if x is less than 0, x is equal to last state. And now when we do the avatar and we have profile create MC show, don't frick with me, -1. So let's start. So when we create a new account, it becomes create a new account, and you see the text box for the English one, and then oh yeah, because we did make this one invisible. So this is the name when you want to edit. So let's make it invisible in the last one. So we go to the profile create, and here, didn't I add it to invisible? Yeah, here, set invisible is equal to false. What happened? Oh, did we? I know why. Quick. Because in the avatar, we don't show Where is it? Yeah, I'm starting to lose it. We done the show -1, then we made it visible. So fuck it, I don't care. So let's move this down here. It might see the flash. If your eyes are faster than the flash himself, and you can see less than 16 millisecond, faster than 16 millisecond, then you will notice that there's a flashing in here. You will see that the text box, I can't speak, the label appear and disappear. Anyway, so this is the create new account. Oh no, the OK button is not centered. Quick me, man. So let's make edit. So here you see the Arabic name, and when we change it, it doesn't change the image. Why my life is so difficult? Let's change the image, but it seems it's keep the edit thing. The thing is, we can say let's use the Arabic name, and it used the Arabic name. We don't want to use the Arabic name, it doesn't show the Arabic name. So we can do that now. But it doesn't save actually, we can make it save. But why the image doesn't change? Just check why. Actually, I know why. Because every time you do show -1, it loads the default image of the damn avatar. There's a solution. In the avatar page, do the shift, then do the edit. Fixed. So it will load your profile. So for example, let's use this profile. Let's edit it. If I click on this one, it will load this image, then it will replace it. Fixed. So we can do the edit now. See, we can change it with the edit, but again it doesn't save, so we can do a save and we are done. So to save we need to do two things. First, to save. Second is to do the animation to show the player, hey, we have saved. So let's make this one into Arabic and change the icon, and when we exit we will see didn't we change it to Arabic already? Oh yeah, see? I don't see the okay, that's the disk. So we don't want this one. Actually, I want to call it Bescote. I don't care. So there you go. So we can change the icon, and we can change Arabic English. So we are done with this fucking task. We need to add the move the camera to the castle, and we need to find menu music. Maybe I will try to fix this thing. I don't know. I believe when you hold shift or control shift or something, it fucked up. I don't know. I'm too tired. Sometimes the text marker go way to the right, and I don't know why. Anyway, so the first step to add the control, we will yeah, let's add the control to the castle itself, and let's make it when you do press down, not continuous, and the keyboard C, and let's call it castle center. and we choose this as our action, and no joystick. I believe that's it. So we got ourselves castle center, SC. So we go here, and it's a castle center, and here we add the script name. So we can create a new one. Let's call it the same thing, castle center, and that's the script. And now we need to add the script to the game. So let's do that. So the question is, where should we add this function and the code position? So we might just add it in the castle related. I don't know why sometimes it doesn't want to close the inners one, because so here we can add this I cannot type, I cannot think, I can die. That's what I can do. Can I? Can I, daddy? Da, 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 da. So we will do the zoom to 1, and the camera to why is he crying now? I'm not sure why is he crying now. Oh, it's a function, it's not an action. You must return. Return what? I don't know. Boolean maybe. I'm tired. Is there a camera too? I don't think so. The thing is, yeah, there is no camera too, because when you zoom, it's automatically shift the camera. Actually, there is camera too. Shut up. Can I take the castle to location? I hate you. Okay, castle. There is fucking variable that you get the center of the damn thing. Get center position. Alright. And this is Victor and this is Victor. Why are you not happy? Because screw me. Inaccessible! Inaccessible! You need to be a very good programmer by limiting the accessibility so you can cry later in the future. I'm sorry. I've been working on this video for days, by the way. So I don't think this will work. Yeah, because we might need to shift it to the camera position. So maybe like minus. and edit the video, blah 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 blah. So let me find the music. I believe I found one, but it's a little bit loud. Let's put it in the game and test it. So I'm not going to change the music name, but I'm going to put it here, and I need to save, and then when the game is started, we play the music. Place. Here we need to add it to the pipeline. Of course. We're almost there. And we make sure it's a song. Compile. In the credit, we remove elements game, or we add enter to it. And then in the music, we add JSON shell, and we write menu, save and replace the file. Alright, so if we log in as a guest, it started, and we can change it. But the problem is...
Yeah. Oh, General, talking about work, there's a couple of loose ends I'd like to tie up. Nothing important, you understand, but...
I noticed if you mute it here, it doesn't get mute. So let's adjust that. So here we should use set music volume, I believe. So in the language, and in the sound, we update all the instance. Great. So if I don't want to hear the music, it shouldn't play. But if I go here and turn it on, it turns on. Even if I create a new one. And there you go. So the last thing we need to do is to update this, make a page for the game dev, and then edit the video, which it will take less time because the last video it was like 4 hours or something. Now it's only 2 hours and 46. The thing is, I have a lot of health issue. I should get the surgery soon, but something happened and they didn't give me the appointment. But anyway, I might make a health announcement video, whatever, because I might disappear all of a sudden, and then people do wonder what happened to the game. So hopefully, I'm not sure how I'm going to edit this video. I'll try to make it a little bit fun. Thank you for watching, and hopefully next time I'll have much more energy and much more focus and do more stuff. Next time we will focus on game balance, because the AI need a lot of editing stuff. The AI so far is confusing. A lot of new players come in and they think the computer will immediately send units to attack them. They think it's a different game. The AI is usually send scouts, and the scouts gather info and they run away, but they don't run away easily. Sometimes they greedy. They want to gather too much info. So I need to tweak things to make it more reasonable. I need to add, and some of the AI features are never been used, like I can let the AI scout some resources position, and if you see the resources position is rich, you go back and ask for defensive units, heavy units to go and defend these areas. So if you attempt to build something nearby, they will attack it. So this is a feature that I prepared. Actually, there's a status for the heavy units to be in defense position, but I never used it. I never made the AI scouts tell the AI core, hey, let's defend this area. So there are a lot of neat tricks. I need to do balancing and keep testing and make the game more reasonable. So next time, hopefully it will be more fun. Thank you for watching. See you next time. No, I'm not pausing. We will edit that.